75% better. He comes up to us first every time. He's Mr. Silver. That she wasn't as active this morning when we came downstairs. Hey Doodle fam, it's Erin here, and I've got Miss Rosie. She is doing pretty good. So we've had some definite highs today, and we have had a few lows today too. And I wouldn't really call them lows. I would call them more of just hesitations or slight concerns. So she has really shown a lot of activity earlier in the daytime. So tonight it's the evening, so I think she's just a little more quiet and resting. But during the daytime, she was being active and walking around, even playing with Bella some, which was a lot of fun to watch. And Bella was like sniffing her and playing with her, and she was doing like some pawing at her. So that is a lot of activity, and I think that it's just kind of worn her out. So right now she's just resting and hanging out with me and just being kind of quiet. Some of the concerns that we've had was that, so we're weighing her every day. We're weighing her in ounces to make sure that we can accurately assess her, and so that way we can see, I think it's like every 0.2 ounces I can see on my scale. But she actually lost an ounce. So I called the vet or texted her and asked, because as a physical therapist, a lot of times I would see patients come out of the hospital and they would be pumped up with fluids. And so it would be pretty normal for them to decrease weight, like to lose weight. Come back here. I just told them you were being quiet. But so I wanted to know, was it the same thing for dogs? So she had all these IVs in, and I wanted to make sure that it was normal for her to lose a little before she starts gaining. And she said absolutely. She said that was completely normal, not to be worried. As long as she's urinating, we were good to go, that she's still hydrated, and she definitely is still doing that. So we have her little puppy area set up so she can rest when she wants to rest, and then when we come around, we get to come take her out and play with her, and she gets to have that high level of activity like I was talking about earlier. She is doing much better. She finished her treatments with the coccidia, so she finished all of her medicine. And then we also treated her brothers for the coccidia too, to make sure that they didn't show any signs of the diarrhea too. So that's all done. And she's doing really good with her potty training still. Like, I was really worried that while she was at the emergency vet, that she would have lost all that training that we'd already done with her separation between eating, sleeping, playing area, and then potty area. But she didn't. She's done really well. She has used her potty pad, and so I think that transition is going to continue on with her family. And then another big bonus for her family is that they are kind of getting a leg up. Because she's already settling really nicely by herself. And so I think that's going to be huge for her family going forward, is that they're not going to have to worry too much about crate training because we kind of already are starting that here more intensely than the boys do when they're doing their crate training outside, because they get to stay together. So she's kind of just getting used to being independent for a couple of maybe like about an hour at a time until we come back and check on her again. But like I said, I would say overall we are like 75% better. And we're still working on that 25% with her eating. Just wanting it to be a more vigorous appetite, I guess I would say. I want to see her eat a full amount in one setting or one sitting. And we haven't seen that yet. So that's just the only thing. So we're still feeding her that cat food. Sometimes I've tried to puree it, and I thought that might work better. It did not. We've also tried warming it up, and that seemed to intensify the flavors. So that part worked. So we're going to keep doing that, and then, just keep watching her and making sure that she's gaining weight from here on. So she's lost a little ounce, but now we're going to make sure that we come back here. Now we're going to make sure that we're gaining here on, or else we're going to have to head back to the vet, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to try everything we can to keep her with us. So we're going to say goodnight for tonight, and then we're going to go check on Shelly's little puppy. Say goodnight. So for the past couple of nights, I've been waking up in the middle of the night to make sure that Rosie was still being active and not being lethargic. But the good news is for me is that her activity level has improved so much that I don't have to do that anymore. So I get to sleep through the night tonight. Woohoo! Hi, Shelly. How is our little man doing? Hi, sweet girl. All right. So we're gonna check in on him and on Shelly. So the awesome thing is he has a collar now. He's Mr. Silver, and he's doing really good. So I'm gonna weigh him in just a second, but one thing that we are watching out for with Shelly, with just having the singleton, is making sure that he is not sucking too hard on just one nipple. And so it's kind of like making sure that every nipple is observed, because we don't want like one to get constantly used. And then the other thing that we're doing is also making sure that we're not seeing any signs of mastitis in case too much milk formation comes, and we get that like backlog. Like we don't want it to get so big that she can't regulate it, and then like mastitis forms, and you know, it's just, mastitis is not comfortable for any mom, but even dog moms, we don't want that to form. So again, just doing all those nipple checks regularly, making sure that everything looks good, not warm to touch. Like this little red, so I would want to make sure that I observe that tomorrow to make sure it goes away. But you can see he is latching and doing well, but sometimes they latch on to like not the nipple, but they'll latch on to the skin around it. So you have to really be observant to make sure that they aren't doing that continuously. So if he was trying to get this nipple again, I probably would move him over just to make sure that this one isn't irritated. And I can put some like Calenda cream or any kind of like antibacterial, like Neosporin or anything like that. I can put that on there just to make sure that there isn't any type of irritation, but she doesn't seem to be bothered by it, which is good. So get the little eye booger out. But that's another reason why it's super important to have the dogs groomed before they become moms. You want to make sure that all the fur is gone, so that way the puppies can easily find the nipple, and there isn't this kind of difficulty and kind of confusion. But yeah, he's doing good. He is nursing like crazy, so that's awesome. So I'm going to take him off in just a second, but we got to set up our scale. And I need it on a flat surface, so I'm going to pull this back some. Make sure it's on ounces. That's on pounds, kilograms, ounces. Awesome. All right. Just for a second. Yeah, 10 ounces. So yesterday he was 9 ounces, so he gained an ounce. You go, little man. That's awesome. So it's pretty easy caring for one. It's a lot easier than caring for 10, I tell you that. But it's been nice because me and Shelly have just gotten to have a lot of bonding time. I sit in here with her pretty often, and we just hang out while her little man is growing. So, all right, Shelly girl, good night. I'm gonna go show them June's puppies, okay? Make sure your mat's flat. There we go. All right, let me put this scale up, and then we will go visit June's puppies. So June's 10 puppies are 6 weeks old. If I can get this in here. There we go. And they are showing their personalities a lot. So each one of them is so unique. And we've just had such a good time with them. Hello, Oakley. So Miss Oakley is here. You can get her. She is super pregnant. You can see this belly. She has got her pregnancy x-ray tomorrow, and we will see how many puppies she's got in there. But she is so sweet. So she'll be creating mini doodles. And her and Mosley, that's who the baby's dad is. But this little lady is super sweet, and we love having her here. But I'll come back and cuddle with you some more in a little bit. I gotta go hang out with June's puppies. All right. So like I was saying, June's puppies, each one of their personalities are starting to come out, and that has been a lot of fun to watch. And they're going all over the place. They're climbing up on the stairs. Sometimes they're climbing down. Sometimes they can't yet. So we're still working on that. And then they had their vet appointment and all sorts of things. Like I was saying, we got June's puppies out here, all 10 of them, but we're going to get some of their toys out. We have been out here a couple of times today already, but with the kids being back in school, sometimes we have to break up our evening routine into a couple of different time periods. So I've already done like most of the cleaning, but now we're going to do our training again so I can show you their personalities and give their little 6-week updates. So their fur, we got all of our wavy coats and we got some curly coats. We can kind of go over everybody once I get them all out. Come on. This one over here is just laying down. Doesn't want to come out. Oh, there you are. Come here. Now you've noticed everybody leaving. All right. One more thing to get the coolaroo, because that's the thing that we're working on the most. We still haven't been able to do the stairs. I already got to pee. So, let's see. June's puppies had their 6-week appointment with Dr. Matherly about 2 days ago. And she reported everybody was doing well. They got their first vaccines, so in a couple of days we can take them outside if we want to, in a nice controlled environment like our backyard. But we wouldn't be taking them to like PetSmart or stuff like that yet. But they're 6 weeks old, and so what they are doing, they are on solid kibble with just a little bit of water. Did you get this? Where did you get this from? I'll have to put this in the trash can. Okay, back to talking. So they're on solid kibble with some water, and so we've moved on to the point now where they are at, so the solid kibble, put the water at the bottom, and some of that gets soft, and then I put a little bit of hard kibble on top. So anybody that has all their nice teeth and able to do the big solid kibble, they get that. And then there's some soft stuff for anybody who hasn't gotten ready and had that, is ready for the solid kibble. So I hope that makes sense. But we're kind of in like that little transition in between period. So sometimes they're doing soft and sometimes they're doing hard. Just depends on where they eat in the bowl first. So, but everybody's doing really good on their coolaroo, and then we're working on the stairs, and then they did their first practice of manding the other day. And that was a little bit of an adventure because you can see they're very active. So trying to teach them to wait and be patient, it's pretty challenging, not gonna lie. But we've caught up on our laundry tonight and we're just hanging out with everybody. So we're gonna move on over to the stairs and practice those. Come on. And some of them have figured out how to climb the steps and some have not. So that's why I figured it's a good project to do. Good thing to work on. Yeah, very good job. But their personalities are coming out and they're so sweet. Like Teal especially is a love bug. She is just always around. Red is definitely the most adventurous out of everybody. He comes up to us first every time. There you go. Good job. And he's, hey, Orange. There's Royal Blue. Who's that? There's Red. Super adventurous. loves to come up to us first. Orange is definitely the biggest wrestler. Come on. Yes, good job. There's Miss Tan. She's still just very relaxed. There she's like, I don't know how to get you down. There you go, Orange. Come on. Yes, good job. Yes. Orange and Purple like to wrestle together a lot. And I think I talked about that last video, is how fun it is to watch the siblings do things together and how do they stay put. Here's Royal Blue. Like, do they stay together? Do they not? And Orange and Purple have always had a little bit of a connection. Come on. You didn't even want to stretch out. Here's my love bug. There's Teal. Come on. No, no biting. Who's that? Pink. Come on. Yes, go girl. There you go. Good job. Come on. Pink. Yes, good girl. Oh, good job. Okay, come on, Red. There you go. What are you doing? Come on. So we only have about a week and a half left with these guys. And that is crazy to think about. This group has been the biggest litter we've had in a long time. All 10 of them. But we have enjoyed having them so much. And their coats are so different. Like some of them are wavy, some of them are curly. They just have been a really good group of puppies. They've potty trained really easily. What are you guys wrestling for? So I have thoroughly enjoyed working with this group. Come on, Dan. Okay, come on. Yay! One more. Come on. I'll even let you step to me. Yes! Good girl. Good job. Hi, Orange. What you doing? I still like to flip them over and give them love. Yes! Good job! You did it! Very good job. Oh my goodness. Was that exhausting? He looks like, he's like, I can't believe I did it. And all his brothers and sisters are like, come on, you can do it. I think everybody's done it. Let's see, Orange, Purple, you've only done it once though. Here you go. Teal's done it. I'm missing green. I need to find green after Purple's done. Come on. You can do it. And it's funny, when I'm in here cleaning, so like we do our playing and then we do our training. Yes, good job. But there'll be sometimes when I'm cleaning, so I let them play and we are able to just like let them kind of roam and have a good time. I found green. Using the bathroom. There you go, come here. First, let's get a paper towel. But what I was saying was that it's kind of funny when they go up the stairs, but then they can't get back down the stairs. So I have to come back, go ahead and come back out, stop what I'm doing, go rescue them from the stairs, and then they can, then they end up usually just doing it again. They like to come back and do it one more time. So sometimes I've just said, okay, It is what it is, nature. Kind of like nature versus nurture kind of thing. Come on, Green. Yeah, you've escaped me practicing tonight, but not anymore. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. There you go. Half of you. All right, keep coming. Stretch. Yes. One more. One more. Yes. Good job. Oh man. All right, now that means that everybody has done the stairs. So all 10 people, all 10 puppies can do the stairs, which is awesome. Orange, no biting. All right, like I said, keeping these guys patient and teaching them manners is a big task, but we're up to doing it. So we will keep working on that in the next couple of weeks before they go home. But yeah, we'll give you another update really soon. Hey guys, so last night when we were doing our recording and giving you guys an update on Miss Rosie, we thought that everything was going really smoothly and that things were still on the up and up. We were a little concerned about her eating. We've been watching her kind of religiously, very detailed, making sure that she was eating. And this morning we started to notice that she was not doing that. We hadn't seen her have a bowel movement yet. And so that is really concerning for us when we're looking out for just her activity level and things like that. So the things that worried us were that she wasn't as active this morning. When we came downstairs to greet her, she wasn't like coming over, saying hey, wagging her tail and stuff like that. She stayed in her bed, laying down, and that is just not a good sign. You want that puppy to be energetic and happy to see you, and she didn't do that. You know, she just had her head down, she was just laying down. And then the other really big thing that we saw was that she had vomited, and so any of it was like pink frothy stuff, so I think it was the cat food that we had been trying to get her to eat, so that had probably come back up. So those things led us to call our vet right away, and when Town & Country was able to, they got us in straight like 9:10. They got us right in. They checked her blood glucose levels and it was low, so that means that she was not eating enough. So they started that IV again. But the biggest concern is, why is she not rebounding from this coccidia? Like, is there something else going on? So that's what worries us and what worries the vet. And so they have sent her over to a specialist in Greensboro, the emergency vet hospital, and they're going to keep her. And we're just waiting patiently on on a call from them to give an update about what's going on and why Rosie isn't rebounding like she should. But everybody else is doing really good. Brothers are still doing great. They got their 4th out of 5th dose for their coccidia treatment. And so, yeah, everybody else is doing good. But we are still just praying really hard for Rosie and just keeping really positive thoughts. So that way we can have some joy come back when she comes back to our house. So we really want to just keep that positive energy. And we will keep you updated as soon as we hear anything. Have a good night.